I started pastoral ministry when I was really young, 21 years old. And when I began ministry, I was one of the only women that I knew that was doing what I was doing. And there were very, very few of us out there. And so I lacked support from other women. I lacked connections with other women and oftentimes felt like I was on an island. Sometimes like things would happen and I would think, am I crazy? Like, am I just imagining these really hard things that are happening? Is it me? And through the years, I've been able to develop relationships with other women in ministry. And I've started to see this groundswell of very gifted young women that are coming up through churches. And there are more women with gifts to preach, teach, calling to plant a church. And so I've always had just such a strong call to help other women nurture their call. I want to provide something that I always wanted when I was their age, and I want to help develop women. I, started having conversations with New Thing Network of saying, hey, how can I get behind two things that I care about? I care about church planning and reproducing, and I care about empowering women. Because one of the things that I do know is that oftentimes women church planners are the most under-resourced. Financial support, monetary support, they're under-resourced with coaching and community. And so I began conversations with a group of other female pastors. And I said, what if we start a network in a way to help mobilize other women in ministry and create something that can be catalytic for the church planning movement in America? Because I think sometimes women come to networks like this and they walk in the room and they see that they're the only one that looks like them. And then they walk away and they're like, I don't know. But if more of us start showing up in these spaces, it'll embolden and encourage other women to also show up in those spaces, that they're not alone and that it's safe, and that if we stick together, we can partner with our brothers. And I believe that's a kingdom vision of men and women partnering together.